As the Cobra Kai teenagers begin to graduate from high school, there is a concern about how much longer the actors can pull off acting young. The younger cast members of Cobra Kai are growing up, but their aging shouldn't be a concern for how the rest of the series pans out since it's already working for the Karate Kid sequel series. Peyton List recently spoke with Variety about the actors aging out of their characters and how they all look so drastically different each season. List stated that she does not know what will happen with the teenagers after they graduate, but they would likely end up finishing high school by the end of season 6. While the actress is correct that the characters will have to graduate soon since they are going into their senior year, a much-needed time jump in Cobra Kai could solve the issue. If there's anything to learn from the Karate Kid franchise, it's that legacy characters are bound to return at some point to add to the ongoing story. If the West Valley students graduate next year, there are still plenty of stories for them in the future. The biggest way to incorporate them right now is the Sekai Taikai World Tournament that was first teased in Season 5. With the tournament being on a world stage, it's certain to be a focus in the next season. Many of the older characters will likely be receiving more screen time to prepare them physically and mentally. Their adult senseis will be important guides on their journey in Cobra Kai Season 6. Creators John Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Heald were able to continue the Karate Kid story over 30 years later with Cobra Kai. The focus on Daniel and Gianni has been one of the strongest highlights as they are able to center on their adult lives. LaRusso and Lawrence are the stars of this series, and their rivalry and separate arcs have been a consistent focus. If they can bring back legacy characters to focus on, then aging teenage characters doesn't mean it has to be an end for Cobra Kai or its stories. Their arcs could always continue in future seasons or spin-offs. One aspect that hasn't been addressed yet is if there is an age limit to compete in the Sekai Taikai. Not having a limit would mean that anyone at Miyagi-Do or Eagle Fong could compete in the World Tournament. This could indicate that Daniel, Gianni, or even the Karate Kid's new best fighter Chozen could get a chance to participate as well. Competing in the Sekai Taikai already puts a lot of pressure on the students because they haven't experienced fighting someone older than them with a lot more experience. The characters graduating from high school could get a chance to fight in other tournaments soon, but they would be too old to fight in the All Valley Tournament. If the Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fong students in Cobra Kai got the opportunity to compete in other tournaments in surrounding areas, it would provide them with more knowledge and skills to use in the Sekai Taikai. Seeing an adult division in these tournaments would be something brand new for the franchise. Experienced fighters like Miguel, Sam, or Robbie could even be given more authority by their senseis to help train their fellow students. Being high school graduates doesn't mean they have to quit karate anytime soon. The older characters are aging, which could provide fewer stories for them after the Sekai Taikai is over. The creators behind the series have done a phenomenal job continuing the stories of Daniel and Gianni decades after the events of the Karate Kid. But Cobra Kai is finally moving beyond Daniel and Gianni. Rivalries and redemption are the central themes of Cobra Kai, and Season 6 could center on characters like Anthony and Kenny ending their rivalry. Ending feuds doesn't mean they have to become friends, but they can mutually respect one another. This would reflect Daniel and Gianni's rivalry in the 80s and could teach the younger students that rivalries don't need to last forever, and they can follow their own paths.